Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for my dearest Capricorns. This is going to be your 12/12 portal reading. So on December 12th, the 12/12 code portal activates your Merkabic field. And when this happens, we're in alignment with the human heart and connecting to unity consciousness. Merkaba is our light spirit body, the energetic field that surrounds us when we're tapped into a higher state of consciousness. The shape is a star tetrahedron, and I have one here. Okay, looks like this. And it's believed that this formation of energy allows our light body to travel to higher dimensions. The Merkaba is often referred to as a chariot or a mode of transport for our light body. And this 12/12 portal activates and facilitates this energy and raises our consciousness, unlocks new insights, and allows us to perceive outside of our physical reality. All right, Capricorn, so before I get started, I'm just going to ask that you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel. Also, check out the description box for information on how to get a private reading or how to get your hands on the decks that I'm using. So let's go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that my Capricorns need to hear for their 12/12 portal. Messages for my Capricorns, please, for this 12/12 portal reading. Okay, you guys get creativity. Beautiful. Number 3. Wow. All right, now I'm going to pull some tarot to clarify creativity. This can be creativity in the physical world, in the 3D is what they're showing me. So in the form of wealth and abundance. It can also be love. It can be romance. For some of you, it could be about starting a family, creating a new business. But also coming into the knowledge, the wisdom that what you think is what you create. All right, so we get the 3 of Swords. So already we get the synchronicities coming out, 33, the master teacher number. All right, we get the Princess of Swords. So a lot going on in the mental body. The 9 of Swords. We get the 5 of Cups. All right, the 10 of Wands. And we get the Knight of Pentacles. There you go. There's your energy. Slow and steady, Capricorn. The overall energy here is the 9 of Cups. Absolutely beautiful. I was going to say we're getting all of this like these 9s. We have 2 9s coming out. And 9s are the completion of a very difficult cycle. And you guys, Capricorn, are exactly there. You know, we're coming up to a point where we have Saturn and we have Jupiter moving out of a long period, 3 years of being in your sign in Capricorn, where we were learning tough lessons, life lessons. And now they're moving into Aquarius. So it's a completely brand new cycle where, guess what, Capricorn? Your wishes are coming true. Your prayers are being answered. For some of you, this is about romance, but for others of you, it's about the material world, about your business, and about success. All right, we've got the Princess of Pentacles, so you're definitely starting out a new journey. I feel like she's looking at this orb and saying, you know what? This is what I want to do. This is where I want to go, and I'm just so excited about the potential of what I have right in front of me. We get another 3 coming out, so absolutely really important. The number sequence is 3s and 9s for you guys. The 3 of Pentacles in reverse, moving away from a period where things were difficult, where nothing was seeming to come together for you, where there was a lot more struggle, where what you were asking for you weren't getting in return, where there was no collaboration. Spirit saying all of that is coming to an end. Now, I'm going to read these 2 cards together, Capricorn, so you get the 3 of Swords and the Princess of Swords. So, my Capricorns, this is the energy that you're in or what you're leaving behind, and you're really, really healing some sort of past heartbreak. It could be around love and relationships. It could be, you know, for me, the 3 of Swords always goes back to the original trine, the mother, the child, you know, mother, father, and child. So, it could be healing childhood wounds, and especially with the Princess of Swords, I'm picking up that many of my Capricorns out there, some of you, not many of you, some of you may have been considered indigo children, or some of you were, weren't accepted for who you were when you were children. I feel like many of you have like had special gifts that weren't, that people either made fun of you for, or you were told that you needed to suppress because it wasn't really like, it wasn't what other people wanted to hear or know. That there was like, you had some great deep insight as a child, very precocious energy, very mature energy for your age. And the way that you expressed it usually, made a lot of people uncomfortable. All right. So I do feel like many of you guys are healing some sort of childhood wound. You're releasing, and you may have been sort of in a state of, you may have been you may have retreated in order to do this work. What I'm seeing is though you've gained the clarity that you need to move in a brand new direction. And that's what's allowing you to sort of really in your own Capricorn way, see the beauty and the possibilities that are in front of you because of the downloads that you've received, and because you're trusting, you're aligning with source energy and your higher self. And so now there's like no doubt, there's nothing anybody can say to me that's going to change, who I am and where I want to go and what I know. And that's beautiful. What this portal is opening up for you, Capricorn, Nine of Swords. So you're coming out of a very dark period. Many of you guys, it's a dark night of the soul. You've been peeling back layers. You've been doing shadow work. You've been going back to, healing deep childhood wounds or deep wounds that you've carried around with you in certain relationships. And we see that with the Five of Cups. So you're no longer seeing the cup as half empty, but you're starting to see it as half full. And this this 12-12 portal is really opening up your ability, your trust in yourself to create, and trusting and relying on, on feelings and information. I'm feeling like wisdom that's been passed down to you that you've now integrated, that's allowing you to create the life that you want, regardless of what anybody ever told you or your experiences that may have made you feel like for a while that wasn't possible. Okay, and what's moving towards you, beautiful. You are releasing these burdens. This 10 of Wands, this difficult cycle is coming to an end, and your prayers are being answered. But it's actually more like you are giving yourself permission to move forward in the way that you want to. This is very Capricornian energy with the Knight of Pentacles, that you're moving forward in the way that you want, in the way that's comfortable for you. And it's not that you're ignoring other people, but you're learning to put yourself first. And you're also learning that many of the things that people told you, either whether it was in childhood or whether it was, in certain relationships, or, when there are many things that you were believing about yourself and your abilities, that you're putting to rest, that you're saying, you know what, I'm actually going to rely solely on the work that I do and what I know, because you're coming into this awareness that you have higher spiritual guidance and wisdom, and maybe even much more so than anybody else around you, but you're really starting to tap into it and believe, and you're releasing what was holding you back. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, that's your energy, slow and steady. You're up for it. It's like I'm seeing you release like what other people think or what other people have told you about yourself or about this journey in particular. All right, Capricorn, so let's go ahead and see what else comes through. Okay, so we get the Seven Sisters circle. Sisterhood enriches my life. Yeah, there might be a very important spiritual connection with a sibling is what I'm getting. I'm also feeling that many of you are realizing that, people are dropping away, or people that you previously admired, or you maybe even gave your power away, or that had authority in your life, they no longer do. And I feel like that's because because you've sort of decided to sort of trust in your own guidance. And then I feel like also many of you may have had a very difficult childhood, where you either took care of your sister or brother, or they took care of you because like your parents were absent, or maybe you had this like very special bond with a sibling. It could also be like a soul sister or a soul brother, a soulmate, that you guys had a very sort of similar belief in the way the universe worked. What I'm getting here is that you have been divinely supported and guided in coming into this realization and getting you to this 12-12 portal to really tap into your own personal power. Okay, we get the visionary, awake, so beautiful. So you're coming out of this dark night of the soul with an intuitive perspective. You're seeing the bigger picture. You're seeing what you are capable of. We have this activation of the third eye chakra, and this is your awakening and coming out of this dark period and releasing, you know, the hurt, the sadness, the burdens, understanding that you need to shift your focus because the possibilities for you are endless. And then we get the temple. I no longer search outside of myself for home. Yeah, really big message here for you guys about childhood wound healing, inner child healing. Many of you guys, whether it was in your personal love and romantic relationships or in personal situations, you're starting to realize that you were creating home. So you were attracting partners or situations that were very similar to the dynamics that you were raised with, the love language that you learned. Now, not for all of us is this going to be romantic, but when we talk about love, it's how you give and receive, how you give and receive love. And many of you guys are realizing that that was misaligned, that you had to do a little bit of reparenting, and that's what you're releasing. You're teaching yourself, wow, well, I really do deserve to be loved. You know, I am enough. You know, my gifts are real and true, and I can create whatever it is I want. And it doesn't have to be within those confines of that original relationship between my mother and father that I saw, or between me and my parents that I learned. Like you're really sort of relearning, reparenting, and coming into sort of a much more path of least resistance sort of paradigm of like, you know, I want things to be easier for me, that I have this insane ability to create and also to find inner peace regardless of what anybody has told me or whatever I was told growing up or whatever my past experiences have been. Like I'm relying on myself and I'm releasing all of that and I'm grateful for it. So, wow, Capricorn. Okay. And let's go ahead and see. I feel like many of my Capricorns, you're going to realize that like what you were taught or what you've come to believe about yourself is being completely reworked. And that's really sort of dissolving any blocks to flow. And that's creative flow. That's, you know, that's to receiving love. That's to receiving money and abundance. And so you guys, look, we get this triangle. You know, we get all of these threes coming out. 23 breaking down to a 5. So for me, it's about resolving conflict here. And it may be a conflict within. But this frequency supports your ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. And that's what you're doing. What's coming together for you, Capricorn, is a reality that's made up of joy, grace, happiness, and personal empowerment. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, as I say that, you get the solar plexus chakra. This is about the self, your personal power, your willpower, as well as knowing who you are and how you contribute to the whole, and how this energy may have been blocked for you. Okay, so wow, Capricorn. Beautiful. And I love all this yellow energy, this solar plexus energy, you know, moving forward passionately, very divine masculine energy coming through here. I do feel like you have a special connection to a sibling or a soulmate, and it may not necessarily even be romantic. It could be a really good friend or somebody that you can confide in. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else comes through. All right, we get visualize, number 17, breaking down to an 8. So 8s are about abundance, and they're also about ascension. But this is about your ability, your creativity is coming from your ability, Capricorn, to visualize this new you, what you are capable of. Because before, you were visualizing what other people saw for you, or you were believing what other people were telling you you were capable of. And you're really, truly integrating this creative energy for not only for your ascension. Look at how connected to source energy and, you know, to your spirit guides and your angels. But this is what's really behind the power of you bringing about abundance into all aspects of your life here, Capricorn. Beautiful. Do not underestimate the power here of the numerological codes of 3 and 9 for you. Okay, this is the second reading I'm doing, and the number sequences are crazy in both of these readings. So again, if you're seeing 333, if you're seeing 999, again, trust this guidance. Okay, and look at that solar plexus, it's another 3. Wow. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what other messages come out for my dear Capricorns. Okay, we get meditation. Beautiful. Take a moment to connect to source through quiet, reflective meditation. Okay, good. If you don't have a spiritual practice in place, just try. Try to start. Dreams, the universe speaks to you through your dreams. Absolutely. And I feel like for many of you, I'm getting that when you were children, you either talked a lot in your dreams, or you used to have like prophetic dreams or clairvoyant dreams. And I feel like some of these were kind of shut down either by one parent or by your guardians, or, you know, people were just telling you that was kind of silly, or wow, you've got a really crazy imagination. I keep going back to childhood for my Cappies there. And then we get freedom. Absolutely. This 10 of Wands energy, you're freeing yourself. Follow your heart and nurture your soul with love and freedom to grow. Absolutely. And this growth and this freedom is a result of this 12-12 portal, what you're being shown, what you're being, it's this gift that you're being given, but you're really opening up to all of your abilities to really create love and happiness and abundance here, Capricorn. All right, I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope you found clarity and guidance in these messages. Take care.